News. I don't know if I'd call this entertainment, but in the music scene, Nigerian Afrobeat icon Innocent Tubaba Idibia has announced his separation from his wife, actress Annie Idibia, after the two spent over a decade of marriage together. Now, the couple who tied the knot in 2012 shared 2 children, and in a surprising Instagram post yesterday, Tubaba revealed that they have been separated for some time and have officially filed for divorce. However, shortly after, another post surfaced from Two-Face claiming that his account had been hacked, which caused confusion among his fans. Adding to the drama, he came back online again, posted a video stating that his account was, after all, not compromised, and he had said what he said concerning the divorce. Now, as expected, social media is buzzing with reactions, speculations, and hot takes. This is the couple in their heyday. Celebrity media personality Toke Makinwa had this to say. She said, I think she's referring to Two-Face here. She says, this is wrong on all levels, and you should be ashamed of yourself for bringing this here. Bring it on. If you think she's alone, let me tell you here that you have to fight all of us. I guess he didn't just marry Annie, he married Toke as well. Toon's Baby says, this Two-Face and Annie thing just preaches one solid thing. There is absolutely no reward in suffering and enduring with a man. Some stories are different. It pays off. Chief Ene says, I feel so bad for Annie. This is why you must not build your whole life around a man. Edidiong says, I don't feel bad for her. She saw the signs and stayed. As you lay your bed, you'll sleep there. And Finding Solace takes a more empathetic approach. She says, even Two-Face seems to be going through a lot emotionally, and he cannot hide it anymore. Time will tarry, but it will still come to light. Both of them just need healing. It's unfair that the lives of celebrities are sprawled open for all of us to see like this, but I guess that is the price that you pay for fame. In international news, Donald Trump has won a battle with Colombia after threatening a trade war when the country refused to accept deported migrants. In a statement, President Donald Trump declared an immediate 25% tariff on all Colombian imports, warning that that number would rise to 50% within the week. In a late-night news conference, Colombian Foreign Minister Luis Gilberto Murillo said officials have overcome the impasse and will accept citizens deported from the U.S. That could have been very, very messy, mostly for Colombia, who receives over $450 million in aid from the U.S. On average annually. This is President Gustavo Petro, as you can see. He did tweet this concerning the trade war that was to happen yesterday, concerning the migrants who he turned back, and this is the translation, and this was his reason for turning them away. He says, the U.S. cannot treat Colombian migrants as criminals. I deny the entry of American planes carrying Colombian migrants into our territory. The United States must establish a protocol for the dignified treatment of migrants before we receive them. A strong stance to take. Heather Mullins says, saying you don't want your own citizens back in your country dignifies them how? Rob Phoenix says, maybe the U.S. shouldn't have destabilized and impoverished Colombia and the rest of Latin America for decades and created the immigration problem in the first place. These two, I'm happy that that has been sorted out. But I'm curious, Ibrahim and Veronica, which of these stories pique your interest? And especially, I want to know your take on the Two-Face and Annie situation, because that is what's trending right now, and that is my mandate here.
Well, interesting family affair. They've actually decided, I wasn't there when they decided to get married. If they decide to separate, if it's good for them, good for the family, and good for their fans as well. But all the same, talking about Donald Trump, I will always say that wherever this is going to lead us, because I know that the impact is going to have on both countries, not just the Colombian government. Well, he has my flowers, Petro has my flowers, because that's a good one. You can't return people by calling them criminals and put them in U.S. Army's aircraft. He said use a civilian aircraft to bring them back to the country. And then Colombia, it's going to affect economic sanctions. It's going to affect them when it comes to, exporting flowers and all of that. There's so much to talk about on all of this, but it's going to America as a whole, because investors will now be skeptical as to investing in some of these places, U.S. and some other affected countries.
Thank you, Ibrahim. Ms. Veronica?
All right, for me, my interest is that of Annie and Two-Face Idibia. Three things that are my concern. One, the children, how this will impact them. Two, the people involved. Annie, we already said there are issues around her and how it is that she needed to take a break. And now with all the effort she is putting, this is happening because some would say that what she became now is as a result of the several issues that she has been speaking about with regards to her family, her marriage to Two-Face and co. And thirdly, their extended families, how this is going to impact them as well. So I hope that in the course of this, if the story is true, there's been so many sides to the story that everyone find healing at the end of the day. But thank you, Olamide, for bringing us these stories on Trending Now.